What is good, fam? It's the homie Bigg Vic, and we are back in the building with another video. What's goody? What's goody? Yo, we are live on YouTube right now. I am live on Instagram right now. So we rocking on both of them right now. What's good, family? What's good? My man, Waiters. I see you. I see you, Waiters. What's good, y'all? Man, I rarely go live on I rarely go live on Instagram. So we live on Instagram and we live on YouTube right now. So I'm just trying out this I'm trying to do both right this second. I be seeing my man Kobe be killing it. He be on Facebook live, he be on YouTube live, he be on Instagram live. So I said I'm gonna try to at least do two of them tonight. So right now we doing a pop-up live on YouTube and we're on the gram right now. What's good? Who we got in the building right now? Who we got in the building? Who we got in the building? We got Tay Tay. What up, Tay Tay? I see you. Martrice T. What's good? What's good? Adam is in the building. What's good, y'all? We 18 strong right now on YouTube right now. So when you come in, make sure you smash that thumbs up button when you come in on YouTube. Smash that thumbs up button for me so we can get the algorithm, get YouTube to send us out to more subscribers when they jump on. Who we got on Instagram right now? We got Young's Transportation. What's up, Young's Transportation? Who else we got? Who else we got? Bakersfield up in the building. What up? What up? Who else we got? Who else we got? I see Breezy. What's good? What's good? My man Sherrod, aka Waiters Transportation. He's in the building. What's good, y'all? I got my cousin texting me at the same time, telling me he needs some more heat right now so he can write some joints too. He just shot me a text like, I need some of that fire, man. What's good? What's good? We got Mr. Frederick Clifton. What's good? Oh, Tay Tay say he had a consultation with me 3 months ago. Been running since. That's what's up. Got my 90 days of authority now. Congratulations to you, Tay. Congratulations. Who we got? Who we got? Who we got? Who we got? CEO Court. What up, Court? What's good? DRN Trucking. My man Eddie, I see you. I see you, Eddie. Nice box. I see you. Box truck or cargo van? That's a good question. Box truck or cargo van? My man Nice Box asks, box trucks or cargo van? Now, if my money is tight, if I don't have a lot of bread and I need to start somewhere, I would probably recommend, like, if I had to get started, like if I did not have the money to invest in a box truck, and like if a cargo van was a lot more feasible for me to get, I probably would get a cargo van. Definitely. Yeah, if that's what your money, if that's where your money can if that's what your money can allow you to get right now to get you started in this business, definitely get you a cargo van. Get you a cargo van. Shout out to the people we got on the live right now. Oh, he said can't wait. Can y'all hear me on Instagram? I hope y'all can hear me. My man Eddie said he can't hear me. He on my live, he can't hear me though. Can y'all hear me on Instagram? Let me know if y'all can hear me on the gram. Can y'all hear me? Oh, so they said they can hear me. They said they can hear me. Eddie, they can hear me on Instagram. They said they can. We good. Charlotte in the building. What's good? Yep. Thanks, bro. I appreciate you. Yep, we in Charlotte now. What's a good time to check the Amazon loads? Every day. Every day is a good time to check the Amazon loads. Every day. Like, I would keep the load board up. G, what's up, G? I see you in the building. My man G in the building. That's my brother from another mother over there. Said they hear me loud and clear on Instagram. So Eddie, check your connection. Check your connection. Make sure you ain't on that dial up over there with your phone. On that old school connection. What's up? What's up? Oh, you hear me now? All right, that's what's good. That's what's good. Yeah, so I'm gonna let a few more people jump in on the live on YouTube before we get it, you know what I'm saying, before we get it cranking up and start answering some questions. My man said, Eddie, you got that. It said you got that Boost Mobile over there, Eddie. Yo, I remember when I had Boost Mobile, bro. I couldn't get no service. I couldn't get no service. You go through one of them weird towns, bro. You through. Yep. Queen City. The Queen City was crazy this weekend. Like it had a lot of frat brothers out here this weekend. They was getting it in. A lot of parties. Had 40,000 strong. They had the ladies going insane over here. So if your lady was not home this weekend, fellas, and she said she was doing a girls' trip, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I see you, Redberry. I see you. What's goody, y'all? What's goody? What's good? Yeah, I don't be doing these lives on Instagram that much, but I'm gonna start trying to get my line game up. I'm gonna start trying to get my live game up on Instagram too, because we got it. I think we got it. I think we got it pretty good on face not Facebook but YouTube. Let's see who else we got in the building. We got Steel Trucking, Sam Hamden. What's up, Sam? Grind Time, Manny Lopez. What's good? My man, Mr. AU Fanatic. What's good? Mr. AU Fanatic say he in Charlotte right now. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's good. Shalom, shalom. William, I see you, bro. I see you. I started to announce this live, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going live. Let me just turn on the camera. Let me go set this stuff up real quick and just go live real quick on the gram and on YouTube. He said, are people ready for the Civil War? Oh man. Eddie, what you on over there, Eddie? I know they acting wild out here these days, but I don't know, bro. I hope they are. I'm strapped over here. I'm strapped like bamboo over here. Snake Doctor in the building, y'all. Ken Johnson. What's up, Ken? I see you. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I guess YouTube is still sending out the notifications. We got like 40 deep right now. If you just tapping into the live, smash that thumbs up button for me. I would appreciate it. Smash that thumbs up button for me. Got the fam in the building. We got y'all in the building right now. So I am gonna go through some of these loads. Like we're gonna do a city search for some of the loads right now. But not right now. In a few minutes, we'll let a few more people come in, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go share the screen. Let's see what we're looking like. They told me ever since Eddie got kicked out the band, he different. Danielle, what's up? I see you. Shout out to Danielle. She just got that truck. It's about to be on in VA. It's about to be on out there. She's about to get to this bag. She's been waiting patiently to get that truck, and she finally got it. That's what's up. That's one of my course students right there. Danielle is in the building. Danielle, you supposed to be on YouTube right now. You on Instagram. You on the Instagram right now. You know, I just be pop. I don't usually do Instagram like that on the live. My man B boy music in the building. I see you, Brian. What's good? What's good? Yep, for sure, for sure. Yep. Somebody said if they come out with a Tesla box truck, it's game over. If they come out with a Tesla box truck, that thing gonna be $200,000. I can tell you that now. It sure is gonna be game over because I ain't gonna have nobody in that truck. I'm gonna just hit the button, put the coordinates in where that thing gotta get dropped off at, and we gonna let that truck go drop that load off. I ain't gotta pay no driver. Oh my goodness, that'd be love. That would be love if they come out with a Tesla box truck. We in there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If they come out with the Tesla box truck, it is game over. Vic V, Vic V 06. I see you. What's good, family? On Instagram. We got Instagram popping tonight too, y'all. We got Instagram. We live on Instagram. We live on YouTube. I guess all I need now is Facebook Live, but I don't have another phone to do that, and I don't want to do it from my computer. So we good. We good. The slight work team was good. Was good. Congrats to that new authority. Congrats to that new LLC. Yo, we got more people starting businesses than like I think ever before. Like since the pandemic up until now, like it's so many people starting businesses, man. I'm excited for y'all, man. I'm excited for y'all. Excited. LJ Hustle said he just hit 8,000 this past week over the road. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Get your bag, bro. Get to the bag. Get to the bag. Oh, boy, I hate to see a net flying across the screen. Excuse me, y'all. I will kill a net. On site. I will kill a net. Just know that. I ain't playing no games. I don't like nothing flying in front of me while I'm talking. You're gonna die, G. The, the only things that will be hurt on this live is gnats if they fly across my screen. Disclaimer. That's my disclaimer. Coast to coast trucking in the building. What's good? See, getting that money coast to coast. That's what's up. That's what's up. LJ, did you run any Amazon while you was OTR? Did you catch any Amazon bags while you was out there? Yeah, Eddie, I've been in trucking now, shoot, since February of last year. Yep, for sure, for sure. Moving this freight out here, man. Moving this freight and teaching people how to do the same thing. What's up, Anthony Broad? Next, that's funny. That's my sister's maiden, her marriage last name. Broadnecks. Broadnecks. So we got less than truckload. That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, we getting light. We getting light on. See, we getting light on Instagram right now. See, that's what I'll be doing, going live on Instagram. I go on there for a minute. I know Instagram shows everybody like this ain't like doing a TikTok live. Like I don't even be on Instagram live like that. Most of my team, my family, all my family, everybody's mostly on YouTube. Like so, the thing with Instagram is they'll show you that you're live at the top of your screen. You know, when everybody gets on Instagram or to pop up whoever follows you, they'll let them know that you live on Instagram. I really don't like going live on Instagram. I'll just do it every now and again. And I think a lot of people that jumps on Instagram are probably looking to see if I'm doing some production or something in the studio. But nah, we talking about these trucks right now, bro. We talking about this business right now. Talking about this business. Said enough money. It's enough money out here for us all to eat. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. It is enough bread. All right, y'all. So it's 9:32 right now. I'm about to share the screen and we're gonna start checking out. We're gonna check and see what's on this board. So if you're on Instagram, I'm actually sharing my screen, and you guys on Instagram won't be able to see me share my screen unless you're watching me live on the YouTube channel. So go over to Bigg Vic TV on YouTube if you want. If you're interested in this trucking space, I'm sharing some loads that are on Amazon Relay right now. So if you want to see that stuff, you can come over to YouTube. I'm live on YouTube right now. I'm live on Instagram, but you guys can't see my screen on Instagram. So come over to YouTube, check me out. Just Google Bigg Vic TV and you'll see that I am live. That's what's up. All things Nata Jean. I hope I said that right. I don't like to mess up nobody's name. Nata Jean. Nata Jean. I see you. Said my hubby and I have our DOT number, MC number. We are ready. I know that's right. I know that is right. Get it. Get it. Get to the moolah. All right, I'm gonna share the screen, y'all. Let's see. I'm gonna share the screen. All right, so y'all can see me sharing the screen right now. Cleveland is in the building. No doubt, no doubt. Herb Hamilton said he switched over to YouTube. The sound is better and the screen is crispier. What's good? What's good? Instagram, what's good, everybody? All right, so right now we have in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. In Charlotte, North Carolina, we have 117 loads on the load board right now. 117 loads. 119 loads. I'm tripping. This load not too bad right here. This load is tonight, actually. It's just picking up at 10:15. $488. I really should have been going to get this load right here. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I should have been going to get this load. You see how far that load is from me? 6 miles. And that's going to Mills River, North Carolina. It's only 112 miles. See that $4.36 a mile? That's enough to pay me for going and coming back. That'll pay me going and coming back. See, these are the numbers that I'll be talking about when I say that if you don't have a load to bring you back, you can actually look at a load like this one, paying $4.36 a mile. You see that load just disappeared, right? See how fast that load left? Because that's literally like a no-brainer. When you see that number come up, that load's not going to last long at all. No-brainer. Go get that load and go get to the go get your money. Go get your money. That was a good load right there. That was a good load. For real, for real. All right, so look at that. So you see this green, right? You see that when the load does that, that means the load went up. Now, sometimes Amazon they get real slick. They will get slick. Like you'll see that highlighted green right there, but that number will actually go down. That number will go lower. Like it'll go up 447, then you'll see a drop back down some. Like they are very, very slick. So you got to pay attention. You got to watch that and pay attention to that. Let's see here what we got. Let me pause this right here. As a matter of fact, let me just go to anywhere. Let's see what we got. See what's popping right now. This load is going 2,665 miles. Baltimore to California. $1.43 a mile. Amazon done lost their mind. Who is going all the way to California for $1.43 a mile? Now, let me say this. If you were in Baltimore visiting and you were going to California, now mind you, this looks like it's going to another Amazon right here, LGB8, Rialto, California. But if you don't live in Rialto, California, I'd definitely be looking for way more money before I take this load right here. For sure. $1.43 a mile. Got two of them. Those are picking up tonight. Those are picking up tonight. That's going a good ways. Then you got one coming out of ATL. Going to, what's this? Cherokee, North Carolina. So definitely. Let's go to like the highest. Let's look up the highest. Where is it? Let me go into the filters. Where is it at? Work type. Let me take these off. We don't want blocks. We want round trips. We want one way. And we are looking for, where's the joints at? The highest payout. Looking for the highest payout. Now, who's paying the most money right now? Boise, Idaho. Going to Oregon. $4.84 a mile. Here's Wisconsin. Kenosha, Wisconsin, y'all. Going to Suring, Wisconsin. Hope I said that right. It's paying $4.53 a mile. And that's actually paying you the next day, 1 day payment. 1 day payment. If you tapped in on Instagram, I'm live on YouTube right now. So you guys can't see the loads that I'm showing on the channel right now. So if you want to come over to Bigg Vic TV on YouTube, you definitely can check me out over there. I'm showing some loads on the load board right now. You guys can't see it on Instagram because I'm just trying to move y'all from here to come over to YouTube. You can hear me better and you can see it better on YouTube. So come over, holla at me. But when you come in, make sure you smash that thumbs up button when you come over here to YouTube. Bigg Vic TV, YouTube. Come check me out. Tap in. All right, so let me see if I got some questions in here. Yeah, I'm scrolling through the questions right now. Said Canton, Mississippi has a new Amazon facility that just opened up. So I'd like to see if anything is leaving out of there. Sumter. Yo, so Jay, it's been some good loads going to Sumter out of Charlotte. What's good, Instagram? I see y'all joining for a hot second and then leaving out. I ain't doing nothing too crazy over here. Just talking about some trucking stuff right now. Then we got California, $4.23 a mile, going to Nevada, $863. This is not a bad load right here, y'all. That Wisconsin got two drops on this one. 2 drops. Going to post offices, but $4.53 a mile. That bag is all right right here. That bag is all right. Yahoo says, can this be done part-time weekend only. I wouldn't suggest it. I wouldn't suggest doing it part time, especially if you're going to invest this type of money. It's not something that I would do part time. Like I wouldn't, if I were doing it part time, it would be part time to work my way to start doing it full time. That would be like my suggestion. Or if you can't do it, have somebody in that truck that can do it more full, more on a full-time basis, because when you start factoring insurance, and if you're renting a truck, if you're paying rental fees, the expenses that come with trucking, that's not something you want to do part-time. Not making that type of investment. You definitely want to devote as much time as you can, at least to start making a substantial amount of money first. Then if you want to kind of start, scaling back a little bit, then that may make more sense, versus like I don't want you to get the impression that if I go out here and invest all this money into this business, I can kind of like play around with this thing, or you know weekend only. And see, when you start talking about the weekend, you're going to be limited to the amount of freight that you can move on the weekend. So the weekend, we're talking about maybe doing Amazon relay loads, not looking at loads that's on a DT load board, truck stop load board, because most of those loads move through the week. They move through the week, and if you pick up a Friday load, more than likely that's going to be dropping off on Monday. So that kills your weekend if you have a load on your truck. Especially if you want to run some Amazon freight, and if you got a load on your truck, you're not going to be able to get the Amazon freight on there unless you're going to have one or two pallets on your truck that you can move with Amazon, or you got somewhere to I just wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend doing it on the weekend, solely on the weekend. No. Now, if you can put somebody in your truck through the week and then you do something on the weekend, then that may make more sense. That definitely makes more sense. Definitely would make more sense. So I'm gonna shut down the Instagram live when I'm going to just focus over here on um I guess I'll keep it up. I'll keep it up for people that come in. I'll just shoot y'all over to the YouTube channel. I'm gonna leave a comment in here. Um Join me live on YouTube. We're gonna get to some more loads in a second, y'all. All right, there we go. Boom. Because we down to like one head over there. I guess everybody leaving here and coming over to YouTube. Shout out to everybody right now on YouTube. We counting money over here. What's good? I see you, family. I see you. I see you. So listen, y'all hear me say this every time I get on a live, or a lot of times in my videos, y'all will hear me talk highly of the Midwest. I always speak highly of the Midwest because there hasn't been too many times that I looked for loads in those areas, or I looked at loads for Amazon in those areas, and the loads were 9 times out of 10 paying very well in those areas, paying very well, very, very well. So, like, if you're ever in an area to where you feel like you're not making a lot of money in that area, and if you wanted to kind of like stretch yourself and go to areas where there's always going to be loads moving and money being made, the Midwest is one of those regions. The Midwest is one of those regions where the bread is there, the money is there, especially if you want to do if you want to do Amazon relay more so than like OTR, like over the road stuff. It's gonna be big money out there. Big money out there. When I say big money, I mean decent paying loads. You know what I'm saying? Where you could possibly catch you a couple or maybe even three. You may be able to piece 3 loads together out there in a day. In a day, it's a strong possibility. And you know what I'm saying? Get you a nice $1,000 bag out there or more. Or more. Like here's another one. Look at that. Kenosha, Wisconsin. Even though this has 3 stops on it, 3 post office drops. Was paying $3.67 a mile, $786, and is also paying the next day. After you complete that load, that's in your bank account the next day. See what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about. So Shelby said he a company driver. That's right. Time to work your way out of that company, Shelby. That's for sure. Get the gems, get the game, and then embark on your own. You know what I'm saying? Embark out and start doing your own thing. If that's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like get the jewels, learn the science, and go out and apply it and start doing your own thing. Let's see. So right now what I have it on is I'm looking at the highest payout for certain states. So I'm gonna scroll through, and more than likely you may see your city, state in there. What's this? RDU going to Norfolk, Virginia. Look at that load right there. For everybody that's always asking me about Raleigh, Raleigh, Durham, or somewhere close to that area. Here's a load going from Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina, going to Norfolk, Virginia, 192 miles, paying $3.96 a mile, $759. $759. That's good money, y'all. That's good money. I don't know about for your household, but for my household, that's good money right there. That's good money. And then you got, let's see what else we got. Lancaster, New York. Camden, going to Camden, New York. $3.77 a mile. Here's another one. Stockton, California. It's $3.14 a mile. Going 237 miles, paying $7.45. So I catch loads similar to this out here, but mine is only like 1 stop pick up and 1 drop off. Then you got Nashville, Tennessee, going to Memphis, $3.43 a mile. Like these loads, these loads are not looking bad right now. I don't know if y'all know it or not, but diesel prices are starting to slowly go back down a little bit. Slowly going down a little bit. So, that's one thing we don't have to concern ourselves with. Let me see. Look at that. $3.87 a mile. But this Waukegan, Illinois. But this thing got so many stops on it. Good Lord have mercy. Boy, Amazon trying to make y'all work out there in Waukegan, Illinois, going to Wisconsin. You got all these stops. Lord, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 7 stops. That's a lot of stops, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. That's a lot of stops. 7 stops. Ooh. For $667, $3.87 a mile. If you don't mind, doing those stops, then there you go. There you go. All right, so I'm gonna see if I missed any questions, y'all. Started moving freight on Thursday. Now on my way to Cali. Say on his way to Cali. That's what's up, TDB. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Shout out to the 81 people. So if you just tapped into the live, we on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like button for me. I appreciate that. Hit the like button for me. That's all you got to do. With gas prices and renting a truck, can it be lucrative? Said he brand new. Freight King said he brand new. Gas prices and renting a truck, can it be lucrative? That's a good question. It's a very good question. Renting a truck is always going to be depends on that rental rate that you get. It depends on how you plan on running that truck. You know what I'm saying? Like that's gonna play a major factor in how much money you're able to run it up for. It's gonna play a big factor. You definitely, like my man Tony said on Instagram right now, you gotta make the load make sense. Who we got up here? Who we got in here? And A&B Quality LLC. What's good with you? I see you. I see you. NYC in the building. I appreciate you. Future Flow Designs. I appreciate you, fam. But renting, y'all, it's not as easy as it used to be. Renting that truck is not as easy as it used to be. I've seen a lot of people bow out renting trucks. I've seen a lot of them bow out of the game until, you know what I'm saying? Like now, I, I just suggest, if your rental rates are crazy, just find you a truck that you could purchase. Find your truck that you can purchase. You know what I'm saying? That's why from day one, I purchased the truck. From day one, I weighed my options in the very beginning when I was looking at this business. I did my math on renting the truck, and I did my math on just going to find me a truck just to get me started. I found that truck to get me started, and I was able to find it for $10,000. I had 500,000 miles on that truck. I knew one thing, and the one thing that I knew was if I could get that truck from Orlando back to Columbia, South Carolina, I would figure the rest out. I said, if this truck, I'm telling you, I was nervous driving that truck back. I said, man, if I can make it back to my crib in this truck, it's over from here. I got it from here. I got it from here. I put that temporary insurance on that thing just to get it back to South Carolina. Made it back. Went and got a preventive maintenance check done on that truck. Everything checked out. I put that Amazon insurance on that thing. Signed up for that relay account. I never looked back after that. Never looked back after that. Didn't really know what the truck was made of, but I said I'm gonna put this truck to the test. Danielle says she has not driven her new truck yet. Danielle, you better get in that truck and get ready to get to work. You're gonna be a little nervous. I'm gonna tell you that now. You're gonna be a little nervous, but it's okay. I promise you, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna be a little nervous driving that truck for the first time, but once the butterflies leave your stomach and that first check hits your account, you're gonna be like, you know what? Okay, I got it. I got it now. I got it. That's how it was for me. I put that truck on I-95 leaving out of Orlando, and I felt like I was in an 18-wheeler truck. I'm not gonna tell y'all no lie. I felt like I was driving an 18-wheeler in that box truck for the first time. The biggest truck I had ever driven was a U-Haul, and I think I think it might have been 20 feet long. The U-Haul wasn't that big. Might have been 20 feet long. But from there, I was good after that. I was good after that. I was rolling. So if you're on Instagram and you're trying to figure out, you want to see exactly what I'm talking about or what I got going on right now, I'm on YouTube live right now. So I'm on Instagram and I'm on YouTube live right now. So if you want to come over to Bigg Vic TV on YouTube, come over to YouTube, and I'm sharing some loads right now from Amazon Relay, and we're talking about this box truck business and loads and renting trucks to get in this business and start making money, or buying a truck, whichever one you can get your hands on. Somebody asked me about cargo vans, and I'm not in the cargo van space, but I know that's a lot lower entry to get in this transportation business. Um, it may not be as lucrative, I don't think, as a box truck, but if that's how you have to start off, then that's how you have to start off. You know what I'm saying? And for the price that box trucks are, uh, you probably can get you two cargo vans for the price of one box truck right now. Like, it's crazy. But that just means you need more people running them loads in them cargo vans. They can't really carry that much freight. I think you can get, I don't know how many pallets you can get in a cargo van. Somebody tell me how many pallets you can get in a cargo van. I'm thinking maybe 2, 3, depending on the size of it. I don't know. Tony said he's 50 days in right now and it's still rough, but you got to make the loads make sense. Mentorship coming, sir. Yes, sir. Tap in with me. Tap in with me. I've been talking to my mentees, quite frequently. They call me up with a question. I'm right there on the spot. I answer that question. We get them going. We get them going. Who else we got? Who else we got? Who else we got? Beats per minute, 903. That sounds like a producer right there. What's good? What's good? Said, can you still get busy with the 24-foot box truck? About to get a 2013 Hino 268. Absolutely. A 24-foot box truck will make just as much as a 26-foot box truck will. You only got two more feet of space. It ain't gonna be too much difference. It's not gonna be too much difference. So LJ said he ran a cargo van for 3 weeks. Said you really only get around $1 per mile. Only $1 per mile. Said, can I look up Cincinnati, Ohio, Lexington, Kentucky, Indianapolis? Thank you. Lexington, Kentucky. What's a lot? Cincinnati, Ohio, Lexington, Kentucky, and Indianapolis. King Jack wanted all. He wanted all the spots. The Odyssey said he's averaging $1.20 to $1.50 per mile. I want to say that's in the cargo van. All right, so I'm gonna put in Cincinnati, Ohio, real quick. Let me see what we got. See what's out there. Cincinnati, Ohio. This is the closest thing, Cincinnati, Ohio, right now, within a 50-mile radius. Let me change that to a 100-mile radius. Got 398 loads out that way. That's what it's looking like right there. Loads not looking too bad. They not looking too bad out there. I mean, that's 2024 cent. I mean, they ain't all that great, to be honest with you. But $3.76, $3.95, $3.38, $3.04. A few of those loads is paying the next day too. So Some of those loads is paying decent right there. Naja Rap, I see you. What's good? I'm live on YouTube right now. If you're trying to see some load board stuff right now, I am live on YouTube. I'm live on YouTube and Instagram. I'm probably gonna shut the gram down in a second, but we're gonna rock out on YouTube. So yes, Muhammad, I still use truck stop. Those are my main three I use. Amazon Relay, DAT load board, truck stop load board. Those are my main three. Those are my main three, bro. Said about 3 pallets, some vans are diesel too. Some cargo vans are diesel. I'm aware of that right now. Got a couple of guys that I talked to right now that are trying to get in the box truck space. I really think you got to hit some of these like these country towns, like some of these off-brand towns that sell trucks, and catch you a truck like that. I still highly recommend Facebook Marketplace. I still highly recommend checking Craigslist, but you know what I'm saying, like, so my first truck I found on Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace. My truck came from a fleet of postal trucks. Because you guys remember, my first truck had the U.S. mail on the back of it. It's just the height of that box was just annoying the hell out of me when I was running Amazon freight with that truck. It was just the box height was so short on it. It was 12 feet 1 inch high. I used to have to take some boxes off of the pallet in order to fit it inside the truck. I couldn't stand it. Anytime I would go pick up those loads, especially doing postal routes, and the guys that used to have to load the truck would hate it too. Dude came out one time because my box height was so short. He was like, "Man, you got to tell them to get you another truck, man." I said, "Well, I must be talking to myself because them is me. I own the this is my truck. I own the truck." I guess he thought I worked for another company. I said, "Man, y'all just got to figure it out, man. Get that freight on that truck, man. Chop them boxes down, man. Let's get it done." But they got it done. They got it done. One of the Amazon workers had tried to report it that my box was too short, and that they had to work harder to get the freight on my truck. I was like, I still pull right back up on the other load I booked, man. Y'all load that truck up, man. Let's get it done, man. If I can take boxes off, y'all can take boxes off and load this truck up, regardless of the height of the truck. Amazon was like, "Hey, we need this freight move. Get the load on that truck, bro." Kansas City. 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 What? We got Kansas City, Kansas City, Kansas City, Missouri. Which one is it, brother? Ugh. Progressive hit you with 2,600 a month? Oh my goodness. 2,600. Boy, progressive getting aggressive with these rates, bro. Great Keys, what's up? I see you in there building, fam. I see you. This Nick, Midwest. What's good, Nick? I see you. Miami in the building. So Kansas City has 0 results right now. It's showing 0. Wait, no, it don't. 269 loads. 269. 269. 1,044 is pretty good, Danielle. Kansas City is 269 loads right now. Snake Doctor. Not too bad. Not too bad. That's them right there. I think my insurance is about to drop just a little bit lower. I'm at 1,100 right now. I think it's about to drop a little lower because I moved to North Carolina. And so tomorrow I had to switch over my insurance because my truck is now registered in North Carolina. And the property taxes was way cheaper than my property taxes. I want to say was 500 something dollars here versus 2,300 in Columbia, South Carolina. Crazy. Like that number is crazy. And I didn't renew my insurance in South Carolina because of that 2,300. I did not pay the taxes for that because I moved. So I was like, I'm not gonna pay $2,300 when it's gonna be cheaper in North Carolina. Like it's a whole I saved damn near $2,000. Almost 2,000 just on the property taxes. Chi-Town is in the building, y'all. In the building right now. Chi-Town. Let me see something. Change this up. All right. Hopefully y'all can see the loads better right there. But yeah, I don't like showing Chicago loads. You know why? There's always good money out there in Chicago. Shout out to everybody that's tapped into the live right now. We got 99 people in the building right now. Oh, we got 100 people in the building. That's what's up. So if you just tapping in, guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. That lets YouTube know that, hey, this is a good live right now. Smash that button for me. So Chicago has 676 loads within a 100-mile radius. So y'all know what that means, right? That means that if you are not far from Chicago, that means you can take your truck, go hang out in Chicago for a week, run up a bag, and go home for the weekend if you want to. Or you can make your money all week. It's up to you. Look at the load. Look at the loads, y'all. Look at the loads. And then some of them paying next day, 1 day payment. 1 day payment. Look at that, $4.14 a mile. Ooh, look at that, $5.99 a mile. I mean, most of these are post office routes, but even with the post office routes, now I don't complain when the money is right. When the money is right, I don't complain, but I'm still kind of like spoiled. I'm some kind of gonna lie. I'm spoiled. I don't like to run all those loads like that. Like when you 3, 4, 5 stops. Look at this. 1 to 8. That's 7 stops you got to make. Look at that. My goodness. I mean, they're probably not super far. Now, let me say this to the new people. Because if you're brand new, I'm gonna say this to you. If you're brand new and you're looking at running Amazon Relay, and if you haven't watched my videos speaking about this, this is where new people get their Amazon Relay score messed up at. I want to show you something. Depending on how far some of these are from each other, let's say if you get to a post office and that post office is not open when you get there, a lot of times Amazon has, well, by now they kind of have fixed the system, tweaked the system to where they got the schedules down. But let's say if somebody is running late at the post office and you're waiting and you're on a time, remember, you're on a time schedule. You're on the time frame when you get there. So if you look right here, you have to arrive. Well, this is picking up from Amazon. Got from 2:20 to 3:10 to get your truck loaded and get out of there by 3:10 in the morning, right? Your first stop is at 5. You got 12 minutes to drop off however many pallets need to be dropped off at that post office, get back in your truck, and head to this next stop right here. 5:32 in the morning. You got to be there by that time. You got to be done unloading that truck by 5:44. Before 5:44, you need to be up out of there, checked out on the Relay app, and headed to this stop. 5:58. You got to be out of there by 6:10. So if your pallet game is weak, you about to jam up your whole route because you struggling getting your pallets out of that truck and getting them inside that post office and getting back in that truck and securing everything and making sure nothing gonna tip over when you pull up out of there. You see what I'm saying? So then you got to get to this stop by 6:30, drop it, and be up out of there by 6:42. So you don't have time to be playing around when you get there. You can't be on TikTok playing with your phone. You got to be, you on a schedule. You're on a schedule. You're on a schedule. So that's probably one of the pet peeves of mine with Amazon Relay, especially when you're running postal routes. This is the main reason I do not like doing 4, 5, 6 stops, because I know there's a chance that I could get to one of them post offices and one of them folks is not up opening up that post office for me to drop these pallets off, and then you got to go on Amazon Relay, uh, call the RLC department. They got to call you back. They got to call the people at the post office, see what time they're going to get in. If they're running late, then that throws off your entire schedule to drop off your loads for the next stops. And guess what happens? It's like a snowball effect. And after you do all of that, your score is going to get jammed up, even though you talk to RLC, because the computer is going to show that you're running late. So you got an email that you're going to have to respond to in the midst of all of this. An email is going to come to your phone that you have to explain why you're running behind. Even though you called the RLC department, you still had to respond to the email. And then it's going to go from high priority, it starts low. Then as the time ticks and you don't respond, it's going to show that you're arriving late at your drop off. Then that's when your score is going to take the hit with Amazon. You're going to take the hit with Amazon. Then you got to put a dispute in. Then you have to make a screenshot of the conversation you had with the ROC department. The ROC department had to reach out to the post office because they didn't arrive. So this throws your entire schedule off. Sometimes you may get there and the regular post office truck is there dropping their freight off, and you can't drop your stuff off because they only may have one dock. So these are the real life things that happen when you are dealing with Amazon Relay. So imagine having gone through all of that, right? And then you decide to run some over the road loads, like you're on a DAT load board and you're on a truck stop load board, and you're picking up a load and you're dropping that load off, right? Guess what's going to happen? You're going to start taking a liking to that freight more, because now 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be on this strict schedule like you are with Amazon Relay. That's why when my score got jammed up with Amazon and I was forced to go to DAT load board and start doing truck stop loads, because I wasn't seeing the good loads with Amazon any longer when my score got messed up. But it was a relief for me, because now I was able to experience what it was like to be over the road, making that type of money versus the Amazon Relay money. Now I'm not on a strict schedule. I just had to drop it off by, the next day by a certain time, but it's not as strict as like the Amazon Relay schedule. nobody's going to call me up or nobody's going to jam up my score to make money. So that's why you always hear me say there's a love-hate relationship that I've always had with Amazon Relay, especially in the beginning when I was trying to figure everything out, how to be on time and not, really get my score messed up with them. And I do have an A+ score with them right now. So you see, I got early access. So those are some things just to think about, like when you brand new and you can ask anybody that run Amazon Relay Freight, they'll tell you the same thing. Like, boy, your score will get jammed up. You'll go from 100 to a D- in a matter of 1 or 2 loads, quick like. And something else that you have to watch out for. Something else you have to watch out for with Amazon Relay. Just let y'all know this now, if you don't know already. Let's say you got your schedule booked out for next week, right? Your schedule is booked out for next week with Amazon Relay, and like you pre-booked your loads. If your insurance, let's say you got an insurance renewal coming up, and you decide you're gonna go ahead and update all that stuff with Amazon at the last minute. You call your insurance company, and it's going to be a small little lapse when you renew that with Amazon, because now you have to go in, fill out all the paperwork online with Amazon to update that insurance. And if your insurance, it shows that you don't have insurance on the Amazon Relay website, or it hasn't been renewed, all the loads that you booked for next week are now going to be rejections. Didn't know that, did you? They're going to be rejected loads because it's not showing you have insurance, which means they're not going to let you run any loads on their load board. So everything you booked for the following week is going to be now considered canceled by you, because you don't have insurance showing on their load on the Relay app. And so now they're going to have to cancel your loads, but for you, that's going to count for as a rejection. You didn't know that, did you? Anytime you got to renew with Amazon, you better do it early with your insurance company, or you do it with your insurance company and have them update that information way before the time that it's time for you to read that it shows on your Relay app, because that will mess up your score also. That will mess up your score also. I just had somebody that same thing happened to. A whole bunch of loads got canceled because of that. Because of that, then it was time to renew the insurance. Even though you did it with your insurance company, your insurance didn't lapse with them, but on the Amazon Relay load board, you have to update that stuff, and you have to do it in enough time. Like right now, I want to book a load, but I had to switch my insurance from South Carolina to North Carolina. And I know there's a chance that if I book a load, that load could get canceled when it shows I'm switching over my insurance to North Carolina on the Amazon Relay board. So, just something to keep in mind. How long we been on this live? An hour and 4 minutes. It's not too bad. Not too bad. I hope y'all picking up what I'm putting down right now. That's just something to think about. Danielle G said Chicago traffic. Detroit. Let's see what Detroit got, y'all. Detroit, Michigan. 331 loads. 331 loads. Pretty Face Transport. What's up? I see you out there. I see you. So I'm live on YouTube. If you guys are just tapping in on Instagram, I'm showing the load board right now with Amazon Relay. If you want to see the loads, tap in with me on YouTube. I'm live on there right now, Bigg Vic TV. So come over there and tap in with your boy. Just go to YouTube, type me in. The live should pop right up for you. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, or check your notifications if you are subscribed. Manny, what's up, Manny Lopez? I see you, my friend. I see you. ¿Qué pasa? Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. So yeah, Detroit, Michigan, y'all got 331 loads right now. I'm looking at the prices right now. I see some decent numbers up here. See some decent numbers. I didn't know they had a New Haven, Indianapolis. What's that? Yeah. No, where is that? That's Indiana. That's Indiana. Miss Princess, what's up? I see you. What's good? No doubt, King Jackson. No doubt. All right, so we got I'm gonna look up Ontario, Canada. Oh wait, that's California. I'm tripping. Wait, that's Canada, right? Yeah. Ontario. Let's see what we got. I know I'm not going crazy right now. No, it's California. No, it's Canada. I'm getting these places mixed up, man. All right. Yeah, Ontario, California. I thought so. All right, so we're looking at there's only 5 results popping up for Ontario, Cali. Only 5 results popping up. 5 results. We got on Instagram right now. Who we got on Instagram? Just hit YouTube and put in Bigg Vic TV if you're on Instagram right now. It'll pop right up. The live should pop right up. We live on YouTube right now. If you're just tapping in on Instagram. Samaj, what's up? James Backwards. What's good, James? Amazon Relay, the fastest way to get that badge. Relay. I got the link somewhere. Where is it? Relay badge. I want to say at Amazon.com. I had the link. Let me see. The fastest way to get that Amazon Relay badge is basically by emailing Relay. Relay underscore. I want to say Relay underscore badge. I used to know the thing by like right off the top of my head. My brain is kind of like right there, right this second. But if you send me a DM, I'll definitely check it, and I'll send that that email to you so you can get that badge like within a day. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. A&B Quality LLC. I'm in the Queen City now. Been up here almost a couple months now. We're at under the loads. What now? Oh, right here. Under the loads, the hours, minutes. So basically, what that means is that's basically if you were, that's a round trip number right there. That's what it is, Miss Princess. RBL relay badge is relay badge underscore at Amazon.com. RLB underscore badge at Amazon.com. That's how you can get your badge faster. Um all right, so that number that you're seeing is basically the length of the trip, right? So if you look at the load, you'll see here it says 8 hours 4 minutes. Of course, 236 miles. You're looking at about half of that to go 236 miles. And to get you back, it's going to take the same amount of time. So Amazon factors in you going and you coming back. That's about the full length of the trip, round trip. That's what that 8 hours and 4 minutes is. And they kind of guesstimate the time a little bit because sometimes you can get there a lot faster versus the time that they show. But when I had someone running in my first truck and they were working for me, this number right here made it easier for me to pay my driver. Like this number right here that you're seeing. So regardless of whatever, however fast they completed that load, I was doing $20 an hour, right? But I was going by this number. This is how I knew how much to pay them for that load. But in order for it to make sense for me, the load had to be paying. That's what it is. Support. Okay, so you said you can check support badge leadership at Amazon.com for that relay badge. He just dropped it in the chat on Instagram Live. So basically, that's how I used to pay my drivers. I would look at the numbers that Amazon had for the hours of time. So if that load was 8 hours and 4 minutes, I would pay the driver for 8 hours. Yep. So the driver would get paid $20 an hour, which would be 8 hours for that load. That's going and coming back. But at $2.09 a mile, I wouldn't take a load like that because that's not going to be enough money for me to make money and pay a driver. If that answers your question there. So Muhammad asks a good question. Very good question. Does hours of service begin to count when you empty or when you are loaded only? Hours of service start the minute you jump in that truck and you're headed to Amazon. If you want the real answer, you are technically on duty the minute you jump in that truck and you're on your way to pick up your load. Because mind you, remember, anytime you jump in that truck and your wheels move and that ELD is connected in your truck, you are on duty. Unless you hit off duty personal conveyance. But if you hit off duty and personal conveyance, it's not going to clock your time, but it is going to show that your truck is moving, right? It's going to show that your truck is moving, but if you're going to pick up a load, yes, you're on duty. That's part of your hours of service. Until you park that vehicle, you're off duty at that point. You're off duty at that point. This is the conversation I had with the auditor, that did the audit, that did my 1 year audit for the truck. Because remember, I put my truck in personal conveyance after I dropped my load off, headed back home, and the auditor said, yeah, so Let's talk about January 17th. I see that you were in personal conveyance for like almost 60 miles. Can we talk about that a little bit? Now I'm like, oh shit, here we go. Here we go. So I'm like, yeah. So I just kept it 100 with them. I'm like, yeah. So on that day, I basically, I dropped my load off with Amazon and uh I went home. So I was off. But he said, yeah, he said, but no, unless you're home, unless you've parked that vehicle at your home base where you park your vehicle at, that's when you're off duty. But he did say if you want to go and get food and you have to drive out 20 miles, that's cool for personal conveyance. But you're actually still on duty when you leave after you drop your load off and you're on the way home. And when you get home, then you're off duty. At that point, you're off duty, but you are not off duty just because you dropped your load off. Once you park that vehicle and those wheels stop, you're off duty at that point. So be aware of your clock management when you're out there and you're trying to do, you know, 3 loads or 2 loads in a day. Be conscious of your time on that ELD because what you don't want to happen is you don't want to get stopped by a DOT officer and he asks to take a look at your logs, your last 7 days of your activity on your ELD, and you hand over your phone, you put your PIN number in, and he looks at your logs and he see you got violations because you don't went 14, 15 hours because you out there trying to get all the money. You trying to get all the money. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not worth that ticket. I'm telling you now. It's not worth that ticket. All things Netta Jean said, can we make money in Cali using a box truck? I know quite a few people in Cali using a box truck that's making money using a box truck. Yep, you can make money in Cali using a box truck. You sure can. Would I recommend taking that truck over the road out of Cali? I sure would. I would highly recommend taking that truck over the road out of Cali and make your money. Make your money leaving Cali and making your money coming back into Cali. Miss Princess said, I got more hustle than drive time. 11 hours is not enough. Listen, Miss Princess, I agree. I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. I got way more hustle than 11 hours. I promise you I do. So during peak season, it get rough during peak season. It gets real rough because the type of numbers that they throw around during peak season, you saying to yourself, man, do I want to risk it right now? I'm serious. Like you trying to figure out all types of ways to make that clock work in your favor. But if you book the right loads, you don't even have to, really risk your clock management like that. If you're booking the right loads, because you can catch 2 loads that are paying damn good, especially with Amazon Relay during peak season, and you don't have to jeopardize, your hours of service. You don't have to jeopardize it. Do not have to jeopardize it. But I completely agree with you. My hustle be on a whole nother level. I promise you. Uh Trust but verify. I'll tell you now, Miami probably ain't got too much going on, brother. Or sister, I'm not sure. They ain't got too much going on. I can tell you that now. You see what I mean? It wasn't even no need for me to check Miami, Florida. I already know what that was gonna look like. Nada. Nada. So the question was, how much per mile do I aim for? It's a good question. Very, very good question. How much per mile do I aim for? So I typically, it depends on where I'm going. It depends on where I'm going when as far as how much I aim um for miles. I'm gonna check my home time while I'm answering that question. Check Bridgeport. I'm gonna check the port out. 863 loads within a 100-mile radius of Bridgeport, Connecticut. So now it depends on where I'm going when I look at the miles. So give you an example. If I'm here in, let's say I'm here in Charlotte, I'm here in Charlotte right now. For me to take a load to Atlanta from Charlotte, I need to be over $3 a mile. I need to be over $3 a mile, close to $4 a mile, to be honest with you. Why? Because 9 times out of 10, depends on the time that I'm going to Atlanta. I may not be able to find a load to bring me back to Charlotte out of Atlanta, especially with Amazon. There are loads that come back to Charlotte, but probably at the time that I'm going to Atlanta, I may not be able to find a load to bring me back within my hours of service. So that's something that you really got to pay attention to. So if I'm getting at least close to $4 a mile, that's $2 a mile both ways. I mean, both ways. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's going to make more sense to me. That's going to make way more sense because if I go there with a load paying me like $2.75 a mile, and I got to take my truck from Charlotte and go to Atlanta and come back deadhead back with no load, I'm hustling backwards. I'm hustling backwards. Now I'm be looking crazy after I spend the gas money to go there and come back. Like, man, I only made, 150, maybe $200 for almost a full day of working. You see what I'm saying? So it has to make sense for me. So it depends on where I'm going. Uh, I look at that first, then I look at how much a load is paying so that it makes sense to me, so that my truck is going to be profitable, that I'm going to make some money. I'm not just going to book any load. I'm not just looking for any load to book, because that's not how you run up the bag with Amazon, just booking anything that you see. Nope, you will find yourself getting really frustrated at the end of the week after you factor in that gas money and how much you actually made after everything was said and done. So if you book it smart, you can definitely be profitable. I seen another question. So all things now, the Gene said, I'm originally from North Carolina. Is it wise to have a box truck out there or just keep it in Cali? I mean, if you had a truck in Cali and a truck in North Carolina, I probably would keep it in North Carolina. I guess it depends on where the truck is at. I mean, the goal would be, if I can bring it from North Carolina and bring that truck to Cali, and then leave that, have that truck leave Cali and go back to North Carolina, you're gonna make plenty of money back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like if that was your plan, say you had a driver that's doing that every week, or a couple of drivers that's moving that truck from Cali to North Carolina weekly, or even from Cali to Midwest, you can definitely run up a bag that way. I'm not talking about like with Amazon Relay. I'm talking about like DAT load board, truck stop load board. I think that truck would do quite well. Just make sure that you book in the right loads. You know what I'm saying? The right rate per mile on those loads so that it makes sense at the end of that trip. And um James said he's in Cali making money using his box truck. He's in Cali right now. That's where he's at. He's in Cali. I see you, Keith Smith. What's good? What's good? I see you. Yep. So we got a 14 hours shift, 11 hours. You actually have 10 and a half hours of drive time. And you got a 30-minute break. You got to take a mandatory 30-minute break if you drive over 8 hours. If you drive that truck over 8 hours in a day, you have to take a mandatory 30-minute break. Got to take a rest, or you'll be in violation. That will pop up on your ELD. Violation approaching. Let me tell y'all something. When I first saw that thing say violation approaching, when I first got out there and was rolling, boy, I was scared as a hooker in church. I promise you I was. I was nervous, boy. I was like, oh my goodness. This thing said I'm about to be in violation. I got to pull over the truck. That thing says pull over. Stop the truck. You're about to be in violation. I was like, oh my God. What's going on? I said, I gotta drop this load off. And this thing is telling me now that I'm about to be in violation. I have to stop this truck. And see, that's when I really didn't know how to work the ELD that good. I knew I had it. I knew I had a certain amount of time to drive, but I had to really get somebody to break that ELD down for me in the beginning, because what was happening was I didn't realize that every time I moved my truck, it started my clock was starting to roll. My clock was rolling. Clock was rolling. I was just jumping out the truck, and that was it. I wasn't hitting off duty, on duty, none of that stuff. So you gotta learn how to run that ELD, but because if you don't, you'll be out of hours and you ain't even really run no loads. You know why? Because your clock is just running. Every time your wheels move, it starts that clock. First thing you got to do when you get in that truck is check your ELD, put that thing on duty or off duty. But if them wheels move, and let's say you taking it to go get oil change or something like that, things like that, you want to go on off duty, personal conveyance. You're going to wash the truck, off duty, personal conveyance. You're going to get fuel, off duty, personal conveyance. Or your clock will be running. It will be running. But you can go in there and adjust your logs if you have to adjust your logs. We had an hour 28 minutes. I think we've been good. I think it's been good. I think this live has been pretty informative so far. I think it's been pretty informative. If you think it's been informative, hit me with the thumbs up. Well, I almost forgot about Instagram over here. So I'm if you just joined it and you're checking me out on live right now on Instagram, I am on YouTube doing a live. We're talking about trucking right now. Bigg Vic TV on YouTube. If you want to come over there and see what's going on, I'm sharing my screen right now, and we got about 107 people on live with us right now on the YouTube platform. Yeah, that ELD is important, man. You got to know how to use that electronic logging device. That thing would throw you off and have you nervous out here. The worst thing you want to do is be on the interstate and your ELD says violation on it, and all you see is DOT officers with 18 wheelers pulled over every 20 miles that you drive. You're like, oh my God. If they pull me over right now, I'm through. I'm getting a ticket. That's how I felt. I was like in where was I? I think I was in Ohio somewhere, or I think I might have been in Illinois, somewhere out there. And I was at a rest area, and I was talking to my brother-in-law. I was like, yo, this thing said I got a violation approaching. What I need to do? He was like, you're gonna have to, and it's gonna take about 10 hours for it to reset. He said, but if you do sleeper berth, he said you can't do sleeper berth because you don't have a sleeper. And that's 8 hours. So you're gonna have to do 10 hours. You're gonna have to be off that clock for 10 hours in order for it to reset. I said, cool. That means I need to go get a hotel and I gotta shut this thing down for 10 hours so that I can get a fresh clock and be back on this road. And I think I had to drop a load off in Atlanta. And I was all good from there. Once I figured that ELD out, I was Gucci. I was Gucci from there. Yeah, I was on 95, like, yo, I'm about to be hit if a DOT officer stopped me right now. But hey, I made it out of there with no problems, man. I figured it out. I figured it out. Yeah, you got to be able to learn how understand that ELD, man. I think I have you jammed up. You know how many people I asked them, I said, what your hours of service looking like? They just shake their head like, man, that thing all jammed up right now, man. So hope I don't get pulled over. Man, Mr. Scheme said every time he book an Amazon load, they get canceled on him. Said I give up. Wait, whose channel? Yeah, I'm looking up Connecticut right now, bro. We looking up Bridgeport, Connecticut right now. CT within a 100-mile radius. I seen something else up here. Hold on, where we at? Peace out, John. Get you some rest, bro. Gotta get that bread. I see you. John said he gotta get that money. He picking up in the morning. That's what's up. Um, Texas. What part of Texas? Texas mighty big. I just can't search Texas. What part of Texas we talking about? What part of Texas you're talking about? Gotta give me a city and a state. Houston. Said how many loads do I have to do before I can get early access? Probably about 2 loads. All right, Tony. Appreciate you tapping in, fam. Get you some rest, brother. I'm about to shut this thing down a little bit too. We're gonna look up Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas is showing 65 loads right now within a 100-mile radius. 65 loads right now. 65 loads. Who this talking about? I'm done with you. What's that? What you talking about right now, bro? I'm confused right now. So I'm done with you. Who you done with who? um Night, Danielle. Good night, good night, good night. Thanks for tapping in. So I want Connecticut. I'm in Connecticut. I was just in Connecticut. You missed it. I'm done with you. uh we got, have you ever looked at Michigan? Yep, I have. Michigan. What part of Michigan? What part of Michigan? What part of Michigan? Indianapolis. Naptown. There you go. There you go. 394 loads within a 100-mile radius. Always pay attention to that deadhead. Fitness journey. Shout out. Shout out to everybody that tapped in for like a hot minute. So I'm live on YouTube right now. You're just tapping in, you're trying to figure out like what is he talking about? What's going on? Talking about this trucking game, trucking business, box trucks in particular, Amazon Relay, load boards, Bigg Vic TV. If you want to tap in over and come check us out on YouTube, I'm live right now. Probably won't be on there much longer, probably another 15 minutes. I'm gonna shut it down. So if you want to come through, holla at your boy. Just make sure you hit that thumbs up button when you do come in, all right? Cleveland. No doubt. Brownstown, Michigan, then we'll do Cleveland. Brownstown, Michigan. We're gonna do Cleveland. Brownstown, 328 loads. There go one for $3.09 a mile. Got quite a few stops on that one. Quite a few stops. $3.50 a mile. MQJ5, Plainfield. All right, then we had Cleveland, Ohio. I'm gonna leave it at the 100 because if I do 75, it's definitely gonna knock it down low. We'll do 75, but only 189 loads within a 75-mile radius. And that's Cleveland, Ohio. So let's do the shortest deadhead. We're gonna do the shortest deadhead. 150. Well, actually, yeah, all this is the shortest deadhead. All of these is closest to Cleveland, Ohio. Which is showing 189 loads for that. You're welcome. For sure. Where's Cleveland? What part of let's see. Philadelphia, PA. No, that ain't right. Hold up. Philadelphia, PA, within a 75-mile radius has 778 loads available. 778 loads in the Pennsylvania area. $3.64 a mile. That's not bad. That's going from Amazon to Amazon. Only going 77 miles. Ain't too bad. $3 a mile, going 89 miles. Going from West Deptford, New Jersey to Baltimore, Maryland. Yep. But see, if you look at these loads right here, like I always tell you guys, when you do start running this stuff, when you really study that load board, and when you're in an area that has a lot of Amazons around them, pay attention to the loads. Pay attention to where it's picking up at and dropping off at. Look at the times. And this is how you start putting together 2 and 3 different loads. If all the times are coordinating, and you can get back or get in the area where that next load is picking up at, or get back to pick up a load, and take that load and drop that, be able to drop that load off in time. This is how you put your loads together. Especially up north, or depends on where you're at. Midwest, depends on the amount of Amazons that are around you. So what would be the minimum per mile? The minimum per mile, that's all that depends on you. All that depends on what's going to work for your business. It all depends. All depends. What's going to be more profitable for you, you know what I'm saying, for your business. All that depends. So I'm about to shut the live down on Instagram. If you want to watch this live, I'm on YouTube right now. Bigg Vic TV, BIGGVIC TV on YouTube. All right, I'm gonna shut this live down on Instagram though. We're gonna end that right now. Had quite a people that tapped into that joint. Yeah, like 195 people that came through Instagram. That's what's up. Do I want to view in live? View insights. Yeah, so it just depends on it just depends. Like I wouldn't do nothing under. It's Dub G. What's up? I see you. I see you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you subbing to the channel, bro. So it'll the amount that you want, that you should be looking for with loads, it depends. Do your cost per mile for your truck first. You know what I'm saying? Do your cost per mile for your truck. That's going to be the very first step that you need to take. Find out what your cost per mile is for your truck. What's this? Find out what your cost per mile is first for your truck, right? You can Google how to get that cost per mile, or YouTube it. Figure out how to get your cost per mile for your truck. Then the rate per mile will make more sense to you. The rate per mile is going to make more sense to you when you understand your cost per mile. I cannot stress that enough. Cost per mile. Know what your cost per mile is to run your vehicle. Know that number. In order to crank up that truck first, you need to know that number. Don't get hyped by $2 a mile. Don't get hyped up by that. Just because you get $2 a mile doesn't mean you're about to be in profit. I must warn you, you got to know that cost per mile first. Know that number. It sounds good until you get out there and start running them numbers, and you be like, wait a minute. This $2 a mile ain't adding up for me. After fuel and whatever other expenses you may have while you're rolling, yeah, you got to pay close attention to that. Because I used to hear that all the time, especially on YouTube, when you're looking at, you watching videos and you hear people shouting out in the comment section, don't take no less than $2 a mile. You better know what your cost per mile is first. Listen to me. I'm telling you something good. Know that number, brother or sister. Know that number. Get that number down to a science, or get as close as you can to your cost per mile number. Then when you're looking at any load board, or you're negotiating with any broker, you will know what number you need to be at for it to make sense and for you to be in profit. Know those numbers. So if my number, let's say for example, if my number is let's say my cost per mile for my truck is $1.65, right? That means I can't take no load for less than $1.65 for me to meet all my numbers, for me to hit my numbers and be in profit, to cover all my expenses. I need to be over $1.65. And the reason why that number is so important is because, let's say, for example, if you're if you're out there over the road and because you've heard, let's say you don't know your cost per mile, but because you've heard so many people on YouTube or other places or in other forums, you heard a lot of semi drivers say, hey, don't take no less than $2 a mile, which is standard talk out there. Don't take no less than $2 a mile. But if your cost per mile, let's say your cost per mile for your truck, which I'm just going to shoot on the high side, let's just say it was $2.10 to run your truck, to crank it up, for you to, let's say, to pay your drivers, for you to pay the company, for you to take care of fuel, insurance, maintenance, all these numbers that you got to add up to get your number. And you looking at taking a load for $2 a mile and you going from here to California. By the time you get to California, you will not be in profit. Matter of fact, you already lost when you agreed to take a $2 a mile load. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why you got to know that number. Now that's just a hypothetical, but that's a classic example of listening to everybody else saying don't take no less than $2 a mile, and you take a $2 a mile load and your cost per mile is over that. It shouldn't be over that, but if it was over that, you definitely want to be aware of what your cost per mile number is so that you can make, you know, better negotiating decisions with brokers, or when you're picking loads from the Amazon load board. Now, just remember, when you're taking loads from the Amazon relay, when you're looking at those 3 and 4 or 5 stops, when you hit that book button, that load is yours. So whatever comes with it, whether you got to unload that truck, use that pallet jack, whether you open the back of that box up, and if your pallet's done tipped over, you hit the book button. So you got to pick them, make sure you lift that thing. You know how many times I got to a stop, and because Amazon workers loosely wrapped some of those pallets, the pallet was about tipped over, and I had to fight to push them pallets up, to stand them up right so that I can roll them up out of my truck. That's the type of extra work. I mean, it's not super hard work, but it's more work that you will have to do if you do not um if you do not uh when you hit that book button, you definitely have to be ready for that, just in case it does happen. Just be aware of that. Just be aware of that. Be aware of it. You will sweat when you got to do 4 and 5 stops at them post offices. Just letting you know, you're gonna sweat a little bit. You're gonna break a little sweat, so just get ready. Yeah, so I was just in Greenville. Dropping the load off. I think about a week ago I was out there dropping the load off. Matter of fact, I think I put that on the channel already. Yep. Drop that on the channel. Let's see. Yeah, so that's pretty much it is. So just look at it. You got Spartanburg to Raleigh, Durham, Appleton, Georgia to Charlotte. Next to be one of my favorites. Appleton, Georgia to Atlanta. Now, you see this load right here going from Appleton to KCLT? Now, when I was in Columbia, I typically would take a load like this up to Charlotte from Appleton, Georgia. Load would typically pay me about between $650 or $700. I wouldn't never run that load for no less than that. So what I generally would do is wait for this load to go up, and then I will book it. Once that load went up, I will book that load. That's what's up. Eddie Shields said he about to get it popping. Brass City. I'm trying to see what you asked, bro. I'm looking for it. I'm trying. I gotta scroll up. I didn't even see your question, Brass, bro. I promise you, I ain't see your question. Okay, let me see. All right, let me look. I see you up there now. Say Brass City Empire said, "What up? How many days out should you book loads in advance?" I'm in Connecticut too. Jazz, don't be upset. I saw the next loads is Tuesday, Vic. Um, so how many days out should you book loads in advance? Now, here's the thing about booking loads out in advance. Now, and it's something that I had to learn as I did Amazon more and more. So sometimes I used to book loads in advance. Now, during peak season, I would definitely book loads in advance. Not all of my loads, but I would book at least 3 loads in advance. But I would make sure that they were paying numbers that they don't normally pay. You know what I'm saying? So if a load was paying 450 when it typically pays 260, I'm booking those loads in advance. When they hit the load board, I'm booking those because those loads are not going to go any higher than that. So I will book those. I will only book a few, and I will still leave slots open for me to book loads off the load board that may pop up last minute. So that's how I will book my loads with Amazon. I wouldn't book out my whole schedule. No way. I used to do that, especially when I had a driver driving my first truck and I had my second truck. I would book out the schedule for him, for you know what I'm saying, for him to run his loads. But I noticed how Amazon likes to something that Amazon does, and they're notorious for doing this. So you see how you can see these loads here, and matter of fact, they go out all the way until let me go to the last one. I think they go all the way out until Sunday. Yep, see they go all the way out until Sunday, until next Sunday, right? So take a look at them. Take a look at the numbers. So like this right here, this is a good load. This is a good load to book in advance. Like I will book this load right here. I might just book this load. So this is going, I did this load last week, paying the same amount. KCLT to Greenville, $3.57 a mile, right? So I will book a load like this in advance. Why? Because on average, this load would typically pay under $3 a mile. So at 357, that's a no-brainer. I will book that load. I will book it all day long. At $3.57 a mile, I'll book that load. That's a good paying load. But I would still leave my schedule open. I still will leave it open because I don't want to lock up my entire schedule. Because what's going to piss me off is if I'm watching the load board and a last minute load pops up on a day that I have a load that's paying double what the load is I booked in advance. And what happens is when people do that and they're brand new to Amazon Relay, what happens is people will cancel the load that they already booked and try to take the one that's paying more money. And then when they cancel that load, now your score is messed up. That's why Amazon does that. That's why they hit you for that score and take your early access away, because people have done that since the beginning. And that's the reason why they put that in place, because they don't want you to book a load. You see another load pop up that's paying more money and you cancel the one that you previously booked because you want the one that pays more money, which is natural for people to do, but they got to ding you for that if you do that. So That's why I don't lock up my entire Amazon relay schedule for the following week. If I book out loads for next week, I don't do that. I used to when I was new. I'll be like, okay, I got 2,500 locked in for next week. But then if I didn't do that, I probably could have had 3,500 if I'd have left slots open and caught some of those last minute loads, or even booked out a couple of loads in one day. So it's a science. It's a little science that you'll learn with Amazon Relay as you get more familiar with the load board and in your area how those loads drop and what loads are moving where. So as you watch it, you'll get more familiar with it. You'll see that if you kind of hang out a little bit, pay attention to the load board, a load will pop up that's just paying ridiculous money that you can snatch up the minute it pop up on a load board, jump in your truck and go get that money, versus booking it out for next week. So you just got to pay attention. You just got to be alert. And they pop up fast too. When the good ones pop up, it don't take long for them to go bye-bye. Because just like you watching that load board, there's several other carriers with them apps on their phone or their computer sitting right in front of their face, looking at the load board just like you watching it. I know I'm spitting facts. I'm spitting facts right now. Facts. If you're learning anything, man, drop me a fire emoji or something in them comments. Let me know you're Let me know you're listening. Let me know you hear me. If you're learning something, let me know you hear the kid. So Brass City, I got you. I hope I answered your question. No doubt. Make sure I didn't miss no questions. James said, man, I'm not taking nothing less than $3.50 a mile. And I ain't mad at you. I feel you. James said, I'm doing numbers in Sacramento. Is there any other areas outside of Cali that have loads like this? I want to lead a state, but I can't right now. What if that money jumping like that, James? Unless you want to go OTR, there's plenty of other states. Midwest, they all over the Midwest, man. All over the Midwest. I love the Midwest. Love it. Yo, shout out to Tyler. Tyler got the green joint on him. It's one of the platinum members right now. They're joint green right now. They like, yo, how Tyler got that green text over his name? You're platinum member right now. You're platinum subscriber. That's what's up. Ira Lee said, I'm in Arizona. Oh man, Ira said the Mexicans camp out at the Amazon warehouse parking lot and watch the load board every day. That's a fact. Not only there, but they do it out here too, brother. They do it out here. They do it in Appleton, Georgia. I was camping out with them. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. If I wasn't camping out, I wasn't far from it. They do it in Jacksonville too, Florida. Well, y'all wait till peak season come. Oh my God, we're gonna have some fun. We are gonna have some fun. I just keep my fingers crossed and pray that all is well during peak season, because the money, yo, we're gonna run it up, y'all. We're gonna run it up. I know y'all remember that week I did about 6 grand with Amazon during peak season. I was like, yo, this is crazy right here. And it was cats doing way more than that. Way more than that during peak season. In a week. In a week, y'all. In a week. I'm telling you. I know my truck was like, yo, this dude don't get up out of me right now, running me all over. Man, I was wide open like a freight train with no brakes and no gears. Straight up facts. Well, we just hit 2 hours, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and jump up off this live, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in with the homie. Next time, I'm definitely gonna announce before I go live. I know I like to just pop up sporadically and do a live. I'm gonna make sure I put a whole post up so you guys know I'm going live, what time I'm gonna do it, and whatever we're gonna chop it up and talk about. I hope y'all got something out of this. So to answer your question real quick before I jump out of here, David, do they have loads out of Charleston, South Carolina? So I know Somerville has loads coming out of there that come up to here. Actually, here in Pineville, there's an Amazon here in Pineville. They do have loads that come out of Somerville, but is that a third party warehouse? But it goes from that third party warehouse and comes here to Pineville, North Carolina. But the loads that go into Charleston, they come out of Jacksonville, Florida. Now, I know that they're building an Amazon in Savannah, Georgia right now. I think it's about done. But even with that Amazon, I'm hoping a lot of the loads that go to Charleston will be coming out of that Savannah facility. That would be nice. That would be nice. But then that's going to hurt some of the people that usually come out of Jacksonville and get back, to the Carolinas from Jacksonville, that brings them to Charleston, some of the Charleston post offices. So yeah, that's gonna be I think that's gonna be epic. It's gonna be epic. But yeah, that's it, y'all. I'm gonna tap out. I've been on 2 hours and 2 minutes. If you just tapped into the live, just go back, because I did look up some of the states that y'all asking me to check out. For sure, James backwards. Samaj, be safe out there, bro. Be safe out there. Appreciate you tapping in too. Um, so peak season typically is going to drop probably like towards the end of October, beginning of November, probably the first couple of weeks of January. That's about when it started dying back down and the numbers started going back to kind of like normal. I think we get about 2.5 weeks to maybe 3 weeks in January, and the numbers is going to be insane. The secret to peak season this year, you guys, is definitely going to be posting your truck. So everybody that jumped off the live because I said I was getting off, they just missed that one, y'all. So y'all just got a gem just now. Y'all just got a gem. The secret is going to be posting that truck. Hey, James, I can't wait to hear the numbers that you do during peak season, man. I'm excited for you. I am excited to hear that, for real, for real. No doubt, no doubt. I'm glad I was able to help the fam out there, bro. For real, for real. Maybe when I'm out in Cali, I'm gonna hit you up for sure. So that's it, you guys. Wish y'all have a great night. And if we all wake up, I will see y'all on the next live. All right. Always hustle, never stop growing. You already know what it is. Bigg Vic TV. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's eat, baby. Peace, y'all.